What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rico. So I know I've been talking about giving you guys some content related with the rebuild on the hatch. So today, that's what we're doing. I got a bunch of parts that need to go to powder coating. I got to put together my mounts because I had to order bushings and inserts after my mounts got chrome dipped. So today, we got a lot of update and stuff to do to the hatch. I'm planning on dropping the gas tank on the EG. I got to cut out my air ducts from my bumper because I'm going to actually have those replicated. And I got to put some rivnuts on the firewall for my mil-spec bracket. So let's get into today's video. All right, so quickly, we got Integra subframe, we got the steering rack, we got sway bar, we got a torsion bar that's gonna go on the subframe, and B-series shift linkage. So I gotta take this thing apart, probably not today, because that's gonna get powder coated. These are actually gonna get powder coated the same color. That's gonna get redone in gloss black. Steering rack is I gotta replace the boots and tie rods. And then all the bushings and everything else for the suspension is gonna get fully replaced. Look at the quality of this chrome. Shout out to Hasport, Brian, and the guys at Hasport. They hooked me up with the inserts and these pins. Alicia Chrome out in San Marcos did an amazing job with these. They look so bling. Yeah, all three mounts are chrome dipped. I've been trying to get some stuff done with the motor, but a lot of things don't line up with the homie. But like I said, all this stuff's gonna go to powder coating. I just gotta throw some stuff in the car, and we're gonna head to Oceanside, to my parents' house where the hatch is at, and just get jamming. But yeah, dude, building cars isn't easy. It's not for the faint-hearted, and you gotta be real patient when building a car. But yeah, I've kind of lagged it, kind of updating you guys with the hatch. I know for me it's a big thing to get this thing done. Obviously, I'm trying to debut this car for SEMA this year. It's gonna be crunch time, but I'm hoping we can get it finished up. After the motor's long block's done, I want to take the transmission next, and I got to powder coat a few other things for the motor. But yeah, just load up the car and then we're gonna jam out. Alright guys, so we're here at my parents' house, pulled out the Civic. I'm gonna go over the car so you guys can take a look at it, kind of give you a little updates of what's been done so far with the car. I forgot my jack, so we're not dropping the gas tank today, but we're gonna actually pre-drill some holes just for some stuff that's gonna go on the car before or after paint. And then I gotta take out the air ducts from the bumper, and then I gotta loosen some fittings on the gas tank so when I drop it, it's already pretty much loose. And then we gotta rivnut we gotta put some rivnuts for the mil-spec harness bracket, and then pre-drill some holes for the tailgate fasteners. But let's get into today's video. All right guys, well, here she is, stretching her feet. A couple years back, I had some stuff fabricated. So I had this tow hook fabricated by RFab. It's welded to the frame, so the thing's pretty solid. My wheels, I had these redone by Chamorro Boy out in San Diego, and these things are mint. These are 4x114, so these are the same. It's the hub and knuckle from a 96 spec ITR, so not to get confused with 4x100. A lot of guys don't really run this setup because of the fact that you can't find wheels, but I came up on these for a pretty good price, and I had them restored, so they're pretty mint. And just to give you an idea of what's going to be happening with the color combos on the car, a lot of stuff's going to be like anodized blue. These are actually Jay's Racing hood pins. and they definitely match the center cap. These are pre-drilled already. I already used the holes for these, so these are, I'm gonna kind of go with the OG look with the hood pins. So don't mind this, it'll be covered up, but it'll be ready to go for the hood pins. And this is the other tow hook that I had fabricated and painted and welded to the frame. And this beauty of an exhaust, a good friend, Spec Fab out in San Diego, did this exhaust for me a couple years back. I wanted something custom, something that would stand out from the norm, like something that no one has, custom one-off. So it's gonna actually tuck right through the middle of the bumper. It's gonna be a center feed, because I didn't know if I wanted a Mugen exhaust or a spoon exhaust, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I showed him what I wanted, and he came up with this, and this thing's beautiful. I'll show you guys what it looks like really quick. Actually, let's do some YouTube magic. And that's how it is. Don't worry about this hole. I got a surprise for this. I'm gonna cover this up. And then the tow hook just peeks through the bumper, which I feel like was super clean. But yeah, oh yeah, 2024, the car gonna be ready. Also, don't mind the hoarding in parts, but these are all the parts that are going on the car. I've been collecting stuff for the last 10 years. A lot of red label stuff. Those side skirts right there, hold on. As most of you guys are about the Mugen parts, these are Mugen side skirts, which I acquired. Shout out to the homie Ryan for these. These are gonna get paint matched. The car's gonna get painted a full recolor, full respray inside and out. But these are part of the collection. I do have a pair of these with a Mugen lip. So pretty much the theme's gonna be all Mugen with this rebuild. I'm super stoked about it. The color, I'm gonna wait to actually show you guys. So when I actually work on the bumper and take off the air ducts, I'm going to actually, I'm sorry to say it, I'm gonna do the clip in black and white because it's a teaser pick. But don't mind the mess. This is, some of you guys probably have homies that have builds look like this, but it sits literally in the garage. So this is my parts collection of hoarding. But within the next couple months, this car will be complete again. So that's pretty much what I've been done with the car the last couple years. The last couple of months, I've just been buying parts here slowly. But let's get started on the car. I'm gonna drill some holes for the tailgate fasteners. I gotta tap in some holes for the rivnuts for our Firewall mil-spec bracket. I'm gonna be running a mil-spec harness for my motor. And then we'll get jumping on the bumper, and that's about it. I mean, there's a few other things. I'll show you the other parts that I have, but I've messed up because I forgot my freaking jack at home. But I'll show you guys some other goodies that I got laying around. But definitely on the next video, we'll be dropping the gas tank and doing a few other things with the car. I just, every week I'm gonna try and update you guys with content on this rebuild. I know it's been a long time waiting. Some people have been very impatient, especially me, but let's get it going. So first things first, tailgate fasteners. I was gonna run the Mugen ones right here, but I've always loved these. I got these online for like $6, but the thing is, where these are gonna mount, it's gonna mount to the shock that holds the actual hatch down. So I'm gonna probably place it somewhere around here. So we'll measure it out, put some markings, and drill these holes. I know a lot of you guys might be like, no, don't drill into the body, but this is gonna be our latch for the spring. So pretty much this will latch onto the hook, but these are our marks for the spring there. So I'm gonna do the other side next. And that's pretty much how it's gonna look like before I actually rivet it. So once I paint the car, then we'll come back and rivet them to the chassis. But on to the next one. Luckily, I bought the right bit for the rivnuts, so this one will do the job now. So pretty much to give you guys an idea, this is how it's gonna look. The spring will extend and it'll latch onto this. But I wanted to do this because it kind of gives it that that nostalgic Japanese feel of, you know, Japanese track cars. So that's the main reason I did it, and I think it looks cool. So let's get on to those rivnuts for the engine. Sorry for the dirtiness, but this is my engine bay. There's literally nothing. I cut the brake lines, I cut the gas lines, because everything's getting replaced. So some of these holes in the firewall are gonna get replaced. New brake match cylinder, brake booster, clutch match cylinder. Right there in the middle, that's where my harness is gonna go. And here we have the rye wire mil-spec bracket. If you guys can see right now, there's your harness here in the middle. The three other holes that I have are for my gas lines and my clutch lines. So these two are for the fuel. So you have a -6 and -8 being on top. And this line on the left is for the clutch line. So when it's on the firewall, basically that's all you're gonna see showing. Everything else will be tucked and hidden away. So to give you guys more of an idea, so that's pretty much how it'll be here on the firewall. I gotta drill these other holes too for the fuel lines and the clutch line. So I'm gonna drill those, and then we're gonna put some rivnuts for the bracket, and that's it, for at least for this part. Alright, so just to kind of give you guys an idea how rivnuts work, you see a rivnut, that's on the back, and you have your nut in the front. So we're just going to apply that here. Alright, so we got our rivnut. Now let's get to riveting. We're only doing the 4 outside ones because the other 3 holes are for the fuel lines. And there we go. Alright, really quick. If you guys never used a rivnut gun, practice it on a piece of sheet metal. I spent, what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes trying to figure it out, and then I finally figured it out like a freaking numbnuts. So next, we're gonna hit up this bumper and take out these air ducts. I can't show you guys the color, but it'll be in black and white. Maybe if you guys go through my IG, you might find an old picture, so maybe you guys can find it. But I can't tell you the code yet until the car gets painted. All right, so here's the bumper, and these are the air ducts. So they run super flush, and I like these because, you know, Jay's air duct, they usually overlap this part. So I'm gonna take these off so I can get these replicated, and this will end up being a speed options part of it. It'll hopefully be available in the next couple months, but I'm gonna find someone that can make a mold out of this, and we can sell these. And yes, this is the Mugen lip, and no, it is not for sale, but just so you guys have an idea of how it looks. I couldn't put it on the car just because that front tow hook is in the way. And so what happened, the reason I'm making another set is because I cut this hole too big and it needs to go more to the right. So sadly enough, that's why I gotta make another set, because the guy that made them years ago doesn't make them anymore. So that's why we're here. And just like that, she's loose. So these are the EG hatchback and coupe air ducts that we will be hopefully producing here shortly. It looks very bare without it, but it's a bloop. It's really smooth fit, so hopefully you guys will like these once we produce these. I'm excited to get these done for you guys, well, for me, and to share with the guys that are interested. All the EG guys, these would be dope. And we got this side off, thankfully. But it was just a lot of caulking that I had to take off. But dude, look at this hole. Hopefully Oscar SOS can fix this freaking F up that I made, but we'll see. And while we're here at the house, check out these A-arms that I got. These are A-Sports upper control arms. I don't know how they're gonna do on the car because it looks like you'd have to adjust it from this nut right here to get negative positive camber. But dude, these things are bling. Yeah, just parts just sitting here for this beast of a car. I was also able to snag this carbon bit from Checkered Sports. So let me just show you where it goes here on the bumper. Basically, it sits flush on the bumper. Oh crap. There it is. So all the holes line up. But I think from Checkered Sports, it's about 50 bucks. Dude, this thing is solid though. It's just that little bit of touch. And I like, to me, it's like always the little things that add to the car. But after taking out the air ducts, I think we're gonna have to respray this whole bumper. But it's all good. Well, with the sun coming down, it's about to be 5 o'clock. And I did what I could for the car. The only thing I forgot was to drop the gas tank. But I didn't bring my jack for it, so next time we'll drop the gas tank. I might even run the lines for the fuel because once the motor's done, we can drop it in the car and it's gonna go to fabrication. So the next step now is after the motor's done, the tranny is going in and the engine's gonna drop. So I'll try to keep you guys updated on any parts that come in for this beauty, but for now, she's going back in her home over there. I hope you guys liked today's video. Comment, drop some comments below. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We got some more stuff coming. And thank you guys for your support. We'll be at 1,600 subscribers here shortly. And really quick, in 2 weeks, we'll be in Puerto Rico. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a dope event. It's the year 10 for Los Duros, Javier, Beto, and Hosan. I'll see you guys soon. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Hopefully he can work his magic on this.